Hello, hello, and welcome back to episode 5 of Brain Spark English, the podcast where we help you stop translating in your head and start speaking English naturally and confidently. I am your host, Mia.
And I am Oliver. Welcome back, everyone. We are so excited for today's episode. We have been reading your sentences in the comments, and wow, your English is improving so fast. You guys are truly sounding like native speakers.
Exactly. Today, we are bringing you 18 brand new, incredibly useful English phrases. To make it brain-friendly, we divided them into 3 exciting categories: health and energy, annoyance and arguments, and finally, success and failure.
Let's jump right into category number 1, health and energy. We all have days where we feel great, and days where we feel terrible. Our first phrase today is running on fumes.
Running on fumes. Imagine a car that is completely out of petrol, but it is somehow still moving using the last tiny bit of gas vapor or fumes. When a person is running on fumes, it means they are completely exhausted but still trying to work.
Let's do a quick role play. Mia, you look terrible today. You've been staring at your computer for 10 hours.
I know, Oliver. I only slept for 2 hours last night because my baby was crying. I am completely running on fumes right now. I need coffee.
Well, if you keep running on fumes, you might experience our second phrase, burnout. To burn out means to become completely, physically and mentally exhausted from working too hard for a long time.
Let's practice. Oliver, why did Sarah quit her high-paying job at the bank?
She was working 80 hours a week, Mia. She completely burned out. She had to quit for her own mental health.
Oh, that is so sad. To avoid burning out, you need to use our third phrase, sleep like a log.
I love this phrase. A log is a heavy piece of wood cut from a tree. It doesn't move, and it doesn't make a sound. So, if you sleep like a log, it means you sleep very deeply and peacefully. Nothing wakes you up.
Let's hear an example. Oliver, did you hear that massive thunderstorm last night? The thunder was so loud.
Really, I didn't hear a single thing, Mia. I was so tired from the gym yesterday that I slept like a log.
I am so jealous. Speaking of sleep, our fourth phrase is a fun, casual way to talk about resting. Catch some Z's.
Catch some Z's. In comic books and cartoons, when a character is sleeping, you always see the letter ZZZ floating above their head to represent snoring. So, to catch some Z's simply means to get some sleep.
It is a very casual phrase you can use with friends or family. Let's role play.
Mia, it is a 4-hour flight to Tokyo. Are we going to watch a movie on the plane?
No way, Oliver. I brought my neck pillow and my eye mask. I am going to catch some Z's on this flight. Wake me up when we land.
That sounds like a good plan. Now, what if you are feeling a little bit sick? We use our fifth phrase, come down with something.
If you come down with something, it means you are starting to feel sick. Usually, it's not a serious illness. It just means you are catching a cold or a flu.
You feel those first symptoms, like a sore throat or a runny nose. Let's practice.
Oliver, are you still coming to the dinner party tonight? We made your favorite pasta.
I don't think I can, Mia. I have a headache, and I can't stop sneezing. I think I'm coming down with something. I should stay home.
Oh no, get some rest. But the good news is, eventually you will recover. And that brings us to phrase number 6, back on your feet.
To be back on your feet means to recover your health after being sick, or to recover your success after a difficult time. You are standing strong again.
Let's do a role play.
Mia, how is your grandfather doing? I heard he was in the hospital last week with a bad fever.
He is doing so much better, Oliver. He left the hospital yesterday, and he is finally back on his feet. He is already gardening in his backyard.
That is wonderful news. Okay, that wraps up our health and energy section. Now, let's move into a very spicy category. Category number 2, annoyance and arguments.
We all have people or situations that completely frustrate us. Our 7th phrase is a great way to express that anger. Drive someone up the wall.
If someone or something drives you up the wall, it means they make you extremely annoyed or crazy. Imagine being so frustrated that you literally try to climb up a wall to escape.
Let's hear it in action. Oliver, are you enjoying your new apartment in the city?
The apartment is nice, Mia, but my neighbor's dog barks constantly all night long. It is driving me up the wall. I can't even think straight.
I would hate that. A very similar phrase to this is our 8th phrase, get on someone's nerves.
Yes, to get on my nerves means to annoy me a lot, usually by doing the same irritating thing again and again.
Let's role play.
Mia, you look really annoyed. What is wrong?
It's Jason from the accounting team. He clicks his pen during every single meeting. Click, click, click. It is really getting on my nerves.
Pen clicking is the worst. Now, sometimes someone annoys you, but they aren't actually doing anything specific. You just don't like their personality. We call that rub someone the wrong way.
Oh, this is a great idiom. Imagine petting a cat or a dog. If you rub their fur the right way, they love it. But if you rub their fur backward, the wrong way, they get annoyed.
So, if a person rubs you the wrong way, it means their behavior or their attitude naturally annoys you or makes you dislike them. Even if you can't explain exactly why, let's practice.
Oliver, what do you think of the new manager, David? Everyone says he is very smart.
He might be smart, Mia, but he just rubs me the wrong way. He always talks to me like I'm a child. I really don't like him.
Well, if you don't like your boss, you should probably use our 10th phrase. Bite your tongue.
To bite your tongue means to stop yourself from saying something that you really want to say, usually because it would cause a fight or get you in trouble.
Imagine literally biting your own tongue to stop the words from coming out of your mouth. Let's do a role play.
Mia, I saw you arguing with the customer service manager today. Did you tell him his idea was terrible?
I wanted to, Oliver, but he is the boss's son, so I had to bite my tongue and just smile. It was so difficult.
You made the right choice, Mia. Now, what if you are so angry at someone that you refuse to speak to them? That is phrase number 11. Give someone the cold shoulder.
To give the cold shoulder means to intentionally ignore someone or treat them in an unfriendly way to show them that you are angry.
Let's practice.
Oliver, is Emily still mad at you for forgetting her birthday?
Yes, she is furious, Mia. I tried to say hello to her this morning, but she completely gave me the cold shoulder. She just looked away and walked past me.
Ouch! You need to apologize and use our final phrase for this category. Bury the hatchet.
A hatchet is a small axe or a weapon, historically. When the Native American tribes wanted to make peace, they would literally bury their weapons in the ground.
So today, to bury the hatchet means to end an argument, forgive each other, and become friends again. Let's hear an example.
Mia, I saw you having coffee with Sarah today. I thought you'd have hated each other after that argument last year.
We did, Oliver, but we realized life is too short to stay angry. We finally had a long talk and decided to bury the hatchet. We are friends again.
I am so glad you guys buried the hatchet, alright? That brings us to our third and final category for today's episode: success, effort, and failure.
We are going to teach you how to talk about your goals and achievements like a true native speaker. Our 13th phrase is a classic, a piece of cake.
If something is a piece of cake, it means it is extremely easy to do. Eating a piece of delicious cake requires zero effort, right?
Let's role play.
Mia, how was your driving test today? You were so nervous about parallel parking.
Oh, it was a piece of cake, Oliver. The examiner was super nice, the road was completely empty, and I parked perfectly on the first try.
That means you successfully use our next phrase, ace it. To ace a test or an interview means to do exceptionally well, to get a perfect score.
The word ace comes from playing cards. The ace is the highest and best card, so if you ace an interview, you performed perfectly. Let's practice.
Mia, how did your job interview at Google go? Did they ask you difficult questions?
They asked a lot of technical questions, Oliver, but I studied for weeks. I am pretty confident I aced it. They told me I would hear from them tomorrow.
I'm sure you aced it, and if you did, you can describe your success with our 15th phrase, pass with flying colors.
To pass a test or an evaluation with flying colors means to pass it very easily and with a very high score.
This phrase comes from ships returning home after winning a battle. They would sail back with all their colorful flags or colors, flying proudly in the wind to show their victory. Let's role play.
Oliver, did your brother get his medical license? The final exam is famously difficult.
He studied day and night, Mia, and he passed with flying colors. He got the highest score in his entire class.
Wow, that is impressive. He definitely did our next phrase. Go the extra mile.
To go the extra mile means to make a special effort and do much more than is required or expected of you. You don't just do the minimum, you do extra.
Let's hear it in action.
Mia, that hotel we stayed in Bali was incredible. The staff was so polite.
I agree, Oliver. They really went the extra mile. When they found out it was my birthday, they secretly put a chocolate cake and flowers in our room.
Going the extra mile always makes people happy. But unfortunately, not everything is a success. Sometimes we fail, which brings us to phrase 17, back to square one.
If you are back to square one, it means your plan or project has completely failed, and you have to start all over again from the very beginning.
Imagine playing a board game. You are almost at the finish line, but you pull a bad card, and you are forced to go back to the first square. Let's practice.
Oliver, how is the new app design coming along? Are we ready to launch it?
No, Mia. We found a massive security problem in the code this morning. We have to delete everything we did this week. We are completely back to square one.
That is so frustrating. When you are back to square one, you might feel like using our final phrase of the day, throw in the towel.
To throw in the towel means to quit, to admit defeat, or to give up because something is just too difficult.
This phrase comes from boxing. When a boxer is getting beaten badly, his coach will literally throw a towel into the ring to stop the fight and admit defeat. Let's hear our final role play.
Mia, are you still trying to fix the old broken car you bought?
No, Oliver. I spent $1,000 on parts, and the engine still won't start. I'm throwing in the towel. I am just going to sell it to the junkyard.
Sometimes you just have to throw in the towel. And wow, everyone, we have officially made it to the end of episode 5.
You just learned 18 incredible new phrases, from running on fumes to burying the hatchet and passing with flying colors. We are giving you so many tools to upgrade your vocabulary, but it is time for our golden rule. Please do not try to memorize all 18 phrases right now. Your brain will definitely burn out. Instead, choose your top 3 favorite phrases from today, write them down, and practice saying them out loud.
We want to hear from you. Which phrase from today's episode was your absolute favorite? Let us know in the comments below, and write a sentence using it. We read and reply to as many as we can.
If this podcast is helping you feel more confident in your English, please go the extra mile and hit that subscribe button and give this video a like. It is totally free and helps us out so much.
Thank you all for joining us today on Brain Spark English. Keep practicing, keep sparkling, and we will catch you in the next episode.
See you next time. Bye.